you so much for that. Elizabeth, I want to pass it over to you. Can you tell us a bit more about your work, the successes, but also the challenges that you've encountered?
Absolutely. Thank you all for being here today. It's really wonderful to be part of this discussion, especially on International Women's Day. Very much happy International Women's Day to you all. As Anna mentioned, I've had really the pleasure of supporting the Women in Water Diplomacy Network since 2017. This is a network that is focused on bringing women to the decision-making table around transboundary waters, with real focus on fragile and conflict-affected regions of the world. It came to be largely because in negotiations and mediation processes across the Nile Basin, across basins in Central Asia, Afghanistan, very few women were at the table. And we know women have different priorities, backgrounds, and a lot of experience and knowledge about water to bring to the table, of course. And I think, as Mr. Luca mentioned earlier, gender and water, this intersection is essential in order for us to even make steps forward towards SDG 6 on water, sustainable water for all, or of course gender equality. Women are at the front lines of water management all around the world. They are disproportionately impacted by climate change, where most of us are experiencing climate change as water change through increased water events like floods and droughts, where women are really at the front lines of these challenges. The Women in Water Diplomacy Network was also really founded on the principles of feminist foreign policy. We wanted to understand better the reality. People often remind ourselves about the 4 R's of feminist foreign policy: the reality of women, the rights of women, the representation of women, and resource allocation. All of those things really require sex-disaggregated data in order for us to understand the differentiated rights and resources allocated to different parts of our communities and take action to mitigate those gaps. So I've had really the pleasure of working to support the UNESCO toolkit, and I really want to highlight it because Ms. Begonia didn't give it enough attention. And I've had the pleasure of utilizing this toolkit. I brought the copy here since it came out, the first edition in 2015. I can't tell you how useful it is. They have a questionnaire already developed. They have approaches to get out there and take the roof off the household to really understand how water is impacting all parts of a household and make those community members visible in the discussion. Without the data, we can't say much on the visibility. It's really our obligation, as well as Toyosi mentioned, to design projects to target these challenges, target the gaps. And without the data, we can't design properly, we can't put our resources where we want them to be, and many other challenges. It's really incumbent on us to be curious, ask a lot of questions, and really get to the heart of the challenges at play. I'll also just mention that, the water is terribly not gender neutral. If you're doing a water project and you are not doing the gender assessment, which requires the sex-disaggregated data, well, you're really doing a poor job, to be honest, and we have to hold ourselves to a much better standard to meet the really demands and challenges of today with regards to water. So I would really encourage you all to have a look at this UNESCO World Water Assessment Program's tools to design those gender-responsive engagements to try to address these gaps. I'm really looking forward to the UN Water Conference that was also mentioned by our co-conveners. The Women in Water Diplomacy Network will be back in force for the UN Water Conference in a few weeks, where we have network members coming in from across the Nile Basin, Southern Africa, Central Asia and Afghanistan, all in order to elevate these critical messages of the importance of women's leadership in water and decision making, to really put the chairs at the decision making table and be a bit disruptive with regards to the water world. So I think I'll stop there, but looking forward to the rest of this conversation and hearing from you all.
Thank you, Elizabeth. And Huda, can you talk to us a bit about your own experiences?